Ah, gotcha.
Um,
So your general impression of these people would be that they were desperate losers who turned to the wrong ideology in a desperate attempt to try to feel some kind of escape from...
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I think it's actually. I think. Oh, fuck yeah. No, it was. But I also think like it. Jordan Peterson has some correct things about this, where he says that it's because we have very little community. Today, I think it was Jordan Peterson. He said that we have very little community today, so we have to end up. And this. Then I elaborate on this, where you have to end up like radicalizing yourself in order and having a common enemy instead of growing up with a religious community. Which. I think it really speaks volumes about how these fascist movements they literally just capitalize off of the dissidents of the weak.
Well, yeah, Steve Bannon said as much. Steve Bannon openly admitted to recruiting to the alt-right by finding like incel forums and like lonely white dudes. Gamergate, he mentioned Gamergate. Basically anywhere where you have angry young white men, you have a breeding ground for fascism. And he took advantage of that to a great extent. He was open about it too, so I appreciate him for that, if for nothing else. Okay, well, it sounds like the server was a massive shithole. And
just like I want to tell one more story, and then I'll,
hit it.
Head out. Okay, so it basically towards my end of power, there's a lib writer who was well, they called them architects, like after the vein of the more powerful, more popular servers. I mean, and what ended up happening is this architect, this lib writer, made it this super like almost fascist regime on the server, and like completely silenced the voices of almost everyone. That like, which towards the end, because there's a huge scare because people were mass reporting the server, and he basically just took it and ran with it. And just there's a democratic election to create one of my friends, Panini, into power, and then he just either he didn't legitimize it, or like the fascists rigged the vote. I don't believe that Panini would have lost because Panini was an infinitely better person than he was. So I feel like this really speaks volumes to how most of these fascists, when they rig elections, they pretend to be lib-right, and then they just create these Nazi, or they have this in-groups, like what happened with Caitlin Bennett. Well, thanks for your time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I generally agree that the best way of keeping people from falling down that road isn't sort of reactive cures, a la my channel, but to prevent these people from ever falling into these circles, you know? To have conversations with your sons, to make sure their anger is being directed in the right places, to make sure they have good social groups to hang out in. Because if you have, because most young white boys are angry anyway, and if they go online and all the people who are mirroring that anger are directing it at Jews or trans people or whatever, they're going to pick up on that, and it's just a matter of time then before they get led down. It's just one of the reasons why I was hard on JREG before, and why I remain hard on this.
Fucking deserves it.
Yeah.
No, he platforms Nazis all the time.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't believe in this like making a mockery of political differences thing.
There's a guy. There was a guy in the patron server who claimed that he could see the races, the souls of the races, which is wrong.
He physically see them with his eyeballs?
Yeah.
Interesting. Overlap between racism and mental illness.
I think that as the left, we need to like make it more available to the like for people that are, not as intellectually left wing as us. We need to make it less academically based. Like what the right does is they hire like advertising firms to make these very simple ideas as popular as possible because it sticks in your brain. Thoughtline did a great video on this, and I think that's our job as the left. We need to make this more easy to understand and stop gatekeeping so hard.
I mean, I agree. Anytime I see online people talking about how real leftists read theory, it makes me want to fucking kill myself. Holy shit. Nobody on the right does that shit. Nobody on the right find me a fucking Nazi Discord server or something, or like a guy comes in and he's like, hey, I hate the Jews, I hate the trans, I hate the fags, I wanna, what's up, how are you guys doing? And they're like, Have you even read
Right.
Mein Kampf? Nobody. They don't. They never do that.
Yeah, they do that to lefties actually, probably more than they do that to their own groups.
Yeah, because they steal everything from us. They take everything from us.
They appropriate our art,
everything.
our
They take all
culture.
their cues from us.
Yeah, and I think our goal is to popularize the left in a I think liberals are. As I know, liberals suck, but liberals are pretty good at this, where they make the left seem cool. The left, mainstream left, like socialists, they're not like actually cool. Like Ben Shapiro, like I fuck Ben Shapiro, but like he's actually cool, like somewhat. His beliefs are fucking awful, but his entire presence, like his masculinity, is very strong. And I think a lot of men look up to that. I had a friend that recently went down that rabbit hole, which I actually, thanks to you,
Venerating the unbridled masculinity of Ben Shapiro.
no, I'm not venerating him, but I'm saying we need to, as Ollie Thorne said, we need to make the left cool. We got to make it like how Ben Shapiro was called like the cool kids philosopher, and people, a lot of people wrongly look up to him. We need to we shouldn't abandon our roots in theory and practice, but we need to move towards being cool, because the intellectual debate, especially online, is really shooting ourselves in the foot.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. Well, people call me the Ben Shapiro of the left all the time, so maybe maybe that's a compliment.
And I wanted to thank you for your incel videos. I just want to thank you for the videos on the incel stuff, because that really helped me gain some self confidence. And that's probably the only reason why I'm able to even join this call.
Oh yeah, of course, my Deuterino, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, I love you.
Love you too. See you, Vaush.
Have a good one.
Bye.